Good morning and Baruch Hashem from the TJ Stone Media Circus. This is an impromptu edition of the TJ Stone Media Circus show because we were in the middle of this incredibly large and productive production meeting when we happened to have the incredible blessing of my mentor, so to speak, and my spiritual guider. Is that a word, sir? Guider? Mentor, guider, my spiritual mentor. He's an ordained chaplain and also a rabbi who does some incredible work, and he came by because he knows that Passover's on the way and Easter's on the way, and he wanted to come and bless us. Bless my family, my friends, and also everyone here at BeTerrific, and bless us in our endeavors moving forward. And I can't tell you how touched and honored I am that he showed up. And for him to take the time out, I said, you know, this is a wonderful opportunity for us to get Rabbi Mike Fine on camera for a little impromptu live conversation about who he is, what he's up to, and what he means to us and what he means to the world. And he was gracious enough to do it for us. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the incredible, wonderful, beautiful Rabbi Mike Fine. Rabbi, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem.
Baruch
That's
Hashem.
right.
Yeah.
Shalom Aleichem. It's
Shalom Aleichem.
Aleichem Shalom. It's a tremendous honor to be here in studio with you.
Thank you.
With all that's going on in the world, you know, with B'siyata Dishmaya, with the help of heaven, we're able to be here.
Yeah.
And
Rabbi, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Could you just teach me how to say that?
B'siyata
Dishmaya.
Dishmaya. With the help of heaven.
Thank you, sir.
With the help of the heavenly hand.
Thank you. All right. I'm sorry to interrupt.
But also, no, it's totally okay. It's a tremendous kavod, a tremendous honor to be here with you, talking to the entire Olam, your viewership. It's been growing tremendously. And you're doing wonderful things here. I actually bumped into Chaber of mine, Mr. Zev Brenner. He's in the studio over here. And, Dov Hike and Assemblyman actually told me to send regards. He's also a tremendous fan and, he's a wonderful human being. And he never misses the opportunity to watch your show. So
thank you.
First and foremost, thank you for inviting me back, and it's really a tremendous kavod. I can't even tell you with all that's going on in the world right now, with the Circus, with everything, with the you have mamish like wars and people fighting, and just to be in a nice, warm, nurturing environment with such a tremendous your heart. You have like a lev tov. That means a good heart.
Thank you, sir.
You're a good-hearted person. So the honor is all mine, and thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here as a guest.
This is what I mean. You articulated...
I apologize.
But you articulated...
Very rude. I'm going to turn this off.
No, that's fine.
No,
I mean, you articulated exactly the way I felt about you, and to hear those words being directed back at me, it's humbling and it fills me with humility and gratitude to see you. So thank you.
Well, there's not many shagitzes such as yourself. You're like an Oscar Schindler. We're one of the righteous Gentiles, and I don't mean that with no disrespect.
No, thank you so much.
You are a Gentile.
Thank you.
You could pass for a Reformed Jew, like someone, is he Jewish? Maybe a Reform. I don't know.
That's an honor.
But you are one of the righteous among your people.
Thank you so much.
And there's a lot of your people. So
thank you so much.
What you do, with all the anti-Semites in the world and everyone out to get us, I feel safe and comfortable knowing you are here and you are an advocate for my people, our people. We're all God's children.
That's right. I'm not sure I even know how to articulate a response to that because it fills me with love, and I feel a little emotional when you say stuff like that because we are all God's people, and to be put in the same light as the incredible Oscar Schindler.
Yeah, well, 100%.
Thank you.
You are on that madrega. You are on that level because yes, he saved a lot of people during the Shoah, But you know, what you're doing is no less. You are saving people by, you know, brightening their day, enlightening them. You know, like I would not be here during Bein Hazmanim, you know, if you know, you weren't such an individual. And,
thank you.
You know, we've known each other for a long time. You know, my people are your people, and your people are your people.
Right.
So it's like it's an honor. What can I say?
You said during.
Bein Hazmanim. It's like the session from Rosh Chodesh to Rosh Chodesh, because it's Passover coming up, and so like during this Bein Hazmanim, this time,
it's
like
between
sessions of yeshiva, you know, but you have a large following in Waterbury, Yeshiva Gedola of Waterbury. I can't even begin to tell you Rabbi Kaufman and Rabbi Yisrael Moshe Weinrib and the entire Rabbi Sonnenschein,
Rabbi Lieberman.
Yes, right. They're all Rabbi Kesselman. They're tremendous fans of what you do. You speak the Amos. You speak the truth.
I do. I do. And there's been this sort of I don't know what the word is a kismet, this sort of interrelationary respect and gratitude and a love that I have with your community that I discovered from a young age as a young man growing up in Brooklyn, being exposed to the beautiful way of the Jewish life. And I had a lot of friends and mentors in that area, but you, amongst many, seem to have risen to the top as far as it relates to
you are such like you are such a humble human being. You are what we were as an Eved Hashem. You are a real servant of God.
Thank you. See, I'm getting embarrassed.
What you do, you are a you look up Eved Hashem in the dictionary, you see a picture.
I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Yeah.
It's okay. You're Gentile.
I'm learning.
So,
I'm learning.
And
yes.
Eved Hashem, you are a servant of God.
I am. I think I am.
You do God's will. So and you are so humble. The way your mom is just. You try and perfect your mitos, your characteristic traits. You know, you spend your days, you know, entertaining, educating. But it's like you wonder, where do you find the time to perfect your inner your characteristic, what you do? It's like impossible.
Well,
there's only after 120 years when we go up to Shemayim and the Eibushter is like, did you do your best to work on your mitos, your character? Did you do what you were supposed to do to bring yourself and fellow man closer to God? I'm scared. I'm petrified. But you will have no problem after 120 years when you meet your Creator, and you should live and be well. I'm saving the bracha for the end. But what you do is such an and you can. Dov, I was speaking to Dov Eichen before he came in. I was on the phone when we were in the WhatsApp group. He was telling me, please send Marty Markowitz. Everyone was sending.
I thank them.
But you're humble. I hope I don't embarrass you by saying this. It's okay.
I think it's too late.
So TJ. I'm going to say, if it's Lashon Hara, I'm going to have to deal with the Eibushter.
No, listen, okay. I don't know what you're saying, but yes, it's okay.
It's the Amos, what I'm going to say.
Okay.
So TJ, I have a lot of chabers and a lot of family, mishpacha, you know, in Brooklyn, close to where TJ grew up, on the same block, actually.
Yes.
And it turns out, this is 100% the Amos. I would not lie. A lie, Sheker never left these lips.
That's right.
What I'm about to say is 100% Amos.
I can attest to that.
So TJ, when my family was growing up, I hope I don't embarrass you, because mamash would be a sin, and I would not be able to handle this. So it turns out that when my family was growing up on the same block as yours, my aunt, Sylvia.
Yes, Aunt Sylvia.
Tanta. Tanta is an aunt. You know
we used to call it. You say Tanta.
So she was married, and unfortunately she passed away. And
God rest her soul.
Yes.
Tanta Sylvia.
So it turns out that when there was this is Amos, when she was up into her 80s. They're Williamsburg. They live in the same area, same block. So White Avenue, or White Street, I think. So it turns out that there was like, I don't know, on Shabbos, the Shabbos came, you know, Shkia, of course, you know, you lit candles. You can't do anything. Once you light candles for 25 hours, you know, until you make Havdalah, you know. So it turns out that she couldn't, they forgot, you know, my uncle or great uncle, the Klutz, you know, he left her shul. He thought she was going to turn the air conditioner on. It was the middle of the summer. It was like 3 weeks, 9 days. And Chas v'shalom, spend the whole Shabbat. It's mamash sakana nefashos. You can't sit in your apartment and like 900, they're on the 3rd floor of a walk-up.
It's crazy that you're reminding me of this.
So what ends up happening, you know, Tante Sylvia, you know what she says? Oh my gosh, TJ, you know, he lives.
I'm like a nephew, you know.
Yeah, so it turned, you help with the groceries, everything. So but she was embarrassed. She didn't want to because you know she knew you have like a beautiful neshama.
Yeah, but which silly. Why be embarrassed?
She told my uncle to go, but she didn't even feel comfortable. So it turns out she actually went down. You know, she went 3 flights of stairs, boiling hot. It was middle of like August. I don't know, maybe it was 9 days. It was definitely Elul.
It was very hot. Yes.
Or no, Ab, I think it was.
Yeah, I don't understand why she would be embarrassed, but she didn't want to. She was very like humble. She didn't want to put anybody out.
So she came down. I remember. She knocks on the door. She speaks, you know, to your parents. You know, is TJ home? And you know, you're not allowed to say that. You know, we forgot to turn the air conditioner on. Could you turn it on?
That's right.
So they had to say, my tante, so God bless her. May she, you know, be up there with the avos and the emos, and you know, she should be. Her neshama should have an aliyah. Yes, thank you. So she says, it's hot in the apartment. All she said. Mamash, it's hot in the apartment. She says, TJ, it's hot in the apartment. That's all she had to say. And you know what? This guy is such a tzaddik. He's one of the lamed, but one of the 36 righteous people, hidden tzaddik. But it's not even so hidden. Look at you. All your viewers, they're looking at you. You're like,
but I'm humble. I didn't expect to do. I wanted to talk about you. Thank you.
But it turns out all she said was hot. Yeah, of course it was hot. It's in the middle of the summer.
But I know it's the Sabbath. You know,
TJ's in the middle of his comic books, or about to go meet with his friends, or do whatever you know, Gentiles do on the weekend. So it turns out he goes up to the apartment. You know, he doesn't know what he's in store for. He walks over to the apartment, and you say, "Don't even tell me." You walk up and he just walks over to the air conditioner. And he turns the air conditioner on without even saying. All she said, Tante Sylvia, you know, she's up there in the Shema Shabbat.
But I knew
it's hot.
I know
it's hot. And you know what? He's so smart. He's so intuitive. That's what I'm saying. You're so like, you worked on your mitos, your personality so much.
I think it was a natural. Thank you so much, Rabbi, for saying that. I can't take all the credit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I embarrassed you. It's not.
Thank you so much.
I hope it's not. I hope you.
I have to say.
I hope you'll forgive me.
Not at all. There's nothing to forgive. I wanted to share with the people how, you know, what type of spiritual leader and what type of man of God you are. And I took this opportunity, and you know, everybody's now not even doing the production meeting. Everybody's watching, because we hold him in such high regard, and there's a reverence around who you are and what you do, that I wanted to bring you in and share with the people a little bit about you and your life and who you are. And true to form, you won't even, you deflect that attention onto me. And I thank you for your beautiful, kind words.
Those aren't just words, those are the emes.
I know it's the truth. The emes is the truth.
Yeah, the emes is, excuse, I apologize.
No, please.
I've been cleaning for Pesach right now, and like the allergies.
Please do. See, that helps. Is that Ephraim?
It's mama's like nace in a bottle. It's a miracle.
Please.
You need?
No, sir. Thank you.
So,
so what my point is that yes, emes is the truth, and in kind, what I want to say about you and who you are and what you do is emes as well.
Thank you.
I think I was raised by some very good people, and I was fortunate enough to be in a neighborhood with very good people. And you know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. And I believe that being part of the Italian-American Jewish community was the village that raised me, and many people like me who I think in my position would have done the same thing.
Lamaisa, that you're 100% right, except on one thing. I apologize if it's Lashon Hara.
Don't apologize, please.
May I get struck with lightning sitting here? You know, you're insured, right?
Yes.
That's only, that's a joke. You know, that's the Torah. Totally, it's completely mutter to make jokes and levity. But if you don't have insurance, you know, I have Mishpacha, they're in Pseiak, Adam Rosenblum, phenomenal. He's an attorney. He fights parking tickets, but he also.
We're insured, right, guys? Yeah, we see with he's nodding his head. By the way, you can't see this, people, but off camera, what is it, 35, 40 people watching? Yeah, Rabbi, I told you, this is the type of crowd that you draw.
Yeah, and I was worried I wouldn't be able to get a minion afterwards. So the only thing I have to correct, and please, I hope you'll still have me back. It's a tremendous bracha to be here.
Would you still have me back is the question, never mind.
You know, but Lamaisa, so here's the thing, that you mentioned about growing up in Brooklyn. Beautiful. Brooklyn's such a makom kadosh. It's such a holy place.
Makom kadosh is holy place.
Yeah, it's such a conducive environment for parents, people, you know, to raise a family
together.
Yes, and to be able to coexist. You know. Yeah. So, but I noticed how you said, you know, you grew up, but you're being humble again. You didn't stop growing. You're tremendously growing as a person and as an individual. You don't stop. You don't know the meaning of the word stop.
I know.
You get faced with all different assignments, different tests, different. You know, you don't have time to get mixed up in machlokuses and going to Beis Din and dealing with all sorts of
machlokuses and Beis Din
and Gashmias, and you're all about ruchniya, spirituality, working on yourself, growing on yourself, constantly growing as a human being.
It's very nice of you.
And bringing people closer in, bringing closer to God.
But you helped me with that, Rabbi. Let's be honest. Is it not? Are you not my spiritual mentor? Do I not call you? Do I not bounce my problems and my ideas?
You know what? I actually consider you a Rebbe. David HaMelech.
Wow.
King David.
I don't know why
King David, his infinite wisdom. King David, the king of the Jewish people. And if through him, the Mashiach, the Messiah, is going to come. He learned one thing from just like a regular Amar. It's a simpleton, you know, someone like yourself. And it turns out, he says, this guy is now my Rebbe because I learned one thing. If there's one thing, but I learned so much from you, and it shows you that just a simple person like yourself, with like no, you know, with no disrespect,
no, not at all, none taken.
A simple person,
right? Like a regular, just a simple. In other words, not a guy who spent his lifetime reading books and the Bible and
you're not the
studying
most educated.
Right. I mean, I have some education.
You're not exactly easy on the. You're presentable, but you have no like your superhuman strengths come from being so simple.
Right.
And your ability to overcome adversity. You are my Rebbe, and part of the reason why
I don't know if I can accept that but thank you. Again, thank you,
and
Rabbi.
now with now because we have Pesach coming, Passover, you know, and you have Easter, you know, with the rabbits and whatever you have, with a beautiful holiday,
the Easter egg hunt and stuff like that.
Easter is such a beautiful and celebratory holiday. You know, it's great. You know, pretty much like Passover, where we celebrate freedom, you know, where we were slaves, you know, in bondage for so many years, you know.
Terrible.
Horrible. But
horrible the way human beings have treated each other throughout history.
But you know what? Even today, you know, is there freedom? Are we free, or are we slaves to temptation? Are we slaves? Do you ever get tempted?
Sure.
You know, because we're human.
Yes, sir.
So we're constantly getting tested. So we're constantly the whole see Purim Mitzrayim, the telling over the story. We're living it. We're living it. It's not something that happened in the past. We're there. You could just taste in your mouth.
Do you feel like the advent of technology heightens that temptation, Rabbi?
Technology. Listen. I'm not gonna, tell a sugar. Only Amos leaves my lips. Yeah. Sometimes I see, people with the. I have a cell phone. I'm not gonna lie. I have a cell phone.
Well, of course.
Some people, like if I was a real brisker, I wouldn't. But it.
No, but it's.
Thank God Ramosha Feinstein's not alive. May his neshama have aliyah. If he was, I don't know how he would poskim, whether or not people could have, would it be permitted to have a cell phone or not? All I know is I have a cell phone. Every time I look at my cell phone, it's like Mom is staring me. It's like a test waiting for me. Yeah. What am I going to do with this?
Right.
Is it going to consume?
Yeah.
How would I be able to perfect my inner qualities? How would I be able to communicate with people?
That's right. That's what I mean. The advent of technology. So you see it. So that you answered my question clearly. Then. So then it is a test. It's constant test because there's so many roads you can go down on these things. There's so many things places this can lead you to darkness.
Yeah.
And it seems to me that it's making things a little bit easier for people to take a twisted road in life.
100%. It's hot. Is it okay if I take my hat off? Is that not dark?
You can do whatever. Is it not what?
Respectful.
It's sitting here in the room with me is respectful.
You know what?
The idea that you're in the building. By the way. Yeah. It's like standing room only out there. You're in the building. That's respectful. The idea that you thought enough to show up here unannounced, knowing that we would receive you this way, is respectful. Your presence is respectful.
Well,
I'm not as articulate in you in the way I can express my love and my gratitude for you and what you mean to me and us in the world. But just know that anything you do is going to be taken with love, respect, and acceptance.
And that's because we're all God's children.
Yes.
We're all,
But you specifically, sir. And I know you're humble and you don't want to get into it, but can you please? You know
what?
I want to talk about you. I really do. I want to talk about what you do and where you come from, who you are, what you represent, and what your beliefs are, and what you're up to lately.
Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem.
Yes.
And you can take the hat off if you want. It's up to you. And by the way, I just want you to know, rabbis like you have a lot of style, and I'm trying to just adapt. I found some glasses here.
Oh.
The problem is when you wear these glasses, you look very handsome and very presentable. I wear these glasses, I look like, the guy who played cop number 5 in Law and Order SVU episode 7.
You definitely have that. Thank you for those tremendous words of very complimentary words. I try not to get caught up in all the gashmias and all that stuff, but
you're very handsome. You're very handsome. I'm not supposed to say that. I guess
did spend some time up in Or Sameach and Muncie. I spent a little time in Muncie, so I know how to dress. I know how to dress. I know how to dress. I go to Route 306. Like they see me coming from a mile away.
They
like
do. I just between you and I. Okay, we have some young ladies
working.
working.
Use all my Meiser money on the
way. I mean, look at you. It's obvious.
Yeah.
Some of the girls when we saw you on the security camera coming up to the building, 2 of the girls specifically. I won't mention any names. Michelle and Lisa.
Jewish?
Sorry. Yes.
Okay. I may have a shidduch with them.
When they saw you on the security cam, one girl did this thing when they go like this. They start fanning themselves, and the other one had a folder and started fanning herself. And I said, "Is she passing out? Is there a problem?" And she said, "Rabbi Fine is here." And I said, "Oh my Lord."
Where are these girls just back from seminary? Did they just
I don't know. You have an effect. I don't want to seem too glib. Because you are up to some serious things.
Well, I'm not gonna. It's nice, people. Yes, people do appreciate me for my exterior, but what's important though is they also appreciate me for what's inside my neshama.
Neshama.
Just like you have a tremendous neshama on the inside. Your outside's nothing to write home about, but your inside is so beautiful. It's so pure.
But I buttoned up today. Usually I don't button.
By the way,
Should I unbutton?
No, I appreciate it. No, normally you look like you know, you shop at a gemach. You know,
what's a gemach?
It's where people go to donate clothing, like second hand.
But you know, Rabbi, this is
not
Izod.
even like a good gemach. Like
but this
one
is Izod.
like,
this is Izod.
No, it's definitely you probably got like a matzia. You're more Jewish than I am. I told you, I'm honest. You're very stylish. Did you learn in Muncie also?
I don't think Muncie would let me close. I don't think so. But I made an attempt. Look, Jules, who's she has a modeling agency.
Yeah.
She said to Michael Artist, she's a big fan of the show. Thank you. But she said, you know, we got to do something about the way TJ dresses. So I'm refusing to change the way I dress until I get an official makeover. But again, like you said, it's not about what's on the outside. It's about what's in the inside.
It's what's on the inside that counts. Because you know what? After 120 years, you know, your body. Well, what happened? The worms eat. You go back to your creator. You know. But it's what's inside. It lives on forever. The impact you have.
Yes.
The effect you have on other people.
That's everybody.
And
right.
You know.
I agree.
And before I forget, and we could come back talking about me, even though you know there's really nothing to talk about with you. With you. You're such a side.
I got to talk about you.
But it turns out I did remember to bring, you know, I'm not sure if I can tell the audience.
Please do.
Because this is like, you know, I don't mean like to cause any problems here.
Never.
But
Never.
But every Erev Pesach, before Pesach, you know, when I'm done with the cleaning, and you know, we clean the car and we clean in between the seat cushions and get out the pretzels that got stuck from when you go to like Great Adventure.
Even in your car, in your house, there's a big cleaning before. A cleansing, as it were.
Yes. If God forbid you find any chametz during Pesach, it's
no. What's a chametz?
A chametz. It's like food or substances that are strictly forbidden on Passover.
Okay, so you want to get it out of there before Passover.
Even talking about it,
it's okay.
My allergies.
Would you like a tissue, sir?
No, I just need a little more.
I have a tissue box there. Maybe I should get it. Would you mind? Here, I'll just get the tissue box here real quick for you, sir. I don't want you to be uncomfortable. Here at BeTerrific, we think way ahead as far as show prep is concerned.
Tissues. The only time you see those are on Shabbos.
Yeah? I don't know why. But okay.
You can't. Well, and I don't want to.
Okay. So you were saying you clean.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you sound great though. It's not affecting anything.
So it turns out. Do you know what I have here in this envelope?
No, sir.
You know, I have here. Maybe one of the viewers, if they call in, they could win something like, you know, maybe like a gift certificate to bingo or.
Well,
you know,
we could do that.
Or Aaron's Casino Farm. What I have here.
Okay. Looks very official.
I still have to fill it out. So I have 2 authorization forms.
Okay.
Every single year, I can't believe you know where I'm at. So every year I sell my chametz.
Your chametz.
To TJ, my forbidden foods, you know, because a Jewish person's not allowed to have possession of the food. You know this. We go through this every year.
Okay. I said you could say anything. I'm not upset that you said it. I just want people to know that what I do with the chametz,
you know what,
as it were, is that I.
You know what I'm doing in front of. We have Adam now. We have Adam. There's Adam here.
Okay.
So
can you explain what Adam might be?
Witnesses. We have 40 witnesses. Well, not like 15 because the women don't count.
Look at the girls. They're sitting on chairs.
Well, they're puzzle freighters. They don't count.
I don't know what that means. But okay.
That means you can't trust what they say.
When you say words like that, I'm just going to take a guess at what you mean. Right?
So
puzzle freighters.
Puzzle for Adis. It means
puzzle for Adis.
We equate women to like people that are gamblers. You know, they lack any sort of self-control.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
so
those 2 in particular, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so here, basically what this is, look on now. Okay.
So this is interesting that we're doing this live,
yes,
but go ahead, let's do it. And by the way, you know, I just want the audience to know, I do buy the food off of Rabbi, and then I take it to like a homeless shelter or a soup kitchen type of place where we donate it on behalf of the company to the less fortunate in the city.
Well, So it turns out Michael Fine.
Yeah.
hereby fully empower and authorize, well, let's cross out this rabbi's name and put my name.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
This is interesting. This is an official document.
I'm actually using his document, but
This
it's
is an
not
official
Rabbi
document.
Melman's, but I'm going to put my name, Rabbi Fine. I'm actually selling it on behalf of myself and the Olam. So,
the Olam is the congregation.
The congregation.
Yeah, okay.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
So it turns out, fully empower, myself and anyone else he may or I may designate as a substitute to sell and transfer before the coming Passover. Legal. This is a shtar. It's a legal shtar. This is
it's a legal shtar as a document.
Yeah,
it's a legal binding document.
It's binding. So essentially, this right here is I'm selling all my food possession that I'm not allowed to eat during Passover, which is a great opportunity for me to lose weight.
Right.
But that's a whole nother parsha. So, so it turns out all the food.
Parsha is like a subject.
Yeah. So it turns out that all the food that I have stored in like my kitchen cabinets. Let's check that.
I see that.
Yeah. Garage. Okay.
Refrigerator / freezer.
Yeah, I don't have a refrigerator, so.
You don't have a refrigerator?
No. Children.
How do you keep? Do you have cold? Do you have anything cold to drink? How do you?
No, I have neighbors. So and we have a car. Okay, so all this stuff, all my chametz. So hold this pen.
But you're giving me the car or the food in the car.
Yeah. So I'm keeping all. I'm gonna give you a key to my house, which I hope you really don't enter. But but if you do, the chametz is there, so you're permitted to it.
Thank you.
Okay, so once you pick up this pen, wait before you pick it up. Once you pick it up, lift it up. Well, not yet. When I say lift it up, then all this contract is binding, and you.
But once I lift it, it's binding. Not once I sign it.
Yeah, you just have to lift it.
So I don't have to sign?
Yeah, you don't have to sign.
Just lift?
Just lift.
I've never done a contract
well, when you lift, I'll tell you when to lift. Okay, are you ready to lift?
Yes, sir.
Don't hurt yourself, are you sure?
I think I am.
You want to open a button? Okay, lift. Okay, beautiful. So now you're good. So it turns out.
So that's it?
Yeah, all
This is binding now?
Yeah, so any of,
But I didn't sign it.
No, you don't have to.
So it's just the act?
Yeah, so it turns out I'm going to make you a photocopy and I'm going to send it to you and.
Would you mind if I saw that real quick?
I'm going to make you a photocopy.
But I can't, not now.
Okay, you could, yeah. Yeah.
So it's everything that's inside the car.
You need a pen?
No, sir. Thank you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I have plenty. I appreciate that. The car is what is interesting to me because, I mean, we have attic, pantry, children's knapsacks, and
oh, my sitches are showing.
This is anything that's within the car.
Yeah.
Now, is there? I mean,
anything.
Packaged food, like
I keep a lot of food. I do a lot of traveling.
Okay, because I'm thinking like crumbs between the seats and stuff like this.
Any of that stuff. But sometimes I do keep nosh. I'm hyperglycemic.
But the bigger story here is. Thank you for sharing that with me, and thank you for entrusting that.
You did me the favor.
I know we're doing each other, but the favor. But
I'll make you a photocopy.
Now, do all Jewish people do this before the?
They have to.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just us. I thought it was just rabbis. Because we've been doing this for years.
Well, usually a rabbi does it on behalf of the community, and people come to me all the time, and they say, Rabbi, could you sell my chametz for me? Yeah. And, I'm a rabbi, I serve the community. Well, of course. It's not even a shiloh. Of course I'll do it. Wait, nuts? Of course I'm going to do it.
I love when you get like that. What are you going to do?
Of course. You have to do your shtadlis. You come, you find the rabbi, it doesn't hurt, you slip them a little something, for it's work,
Of course, take care of everybody takes care of each other. What have you been doing lately in the community and on behalf of your people, specifically, or not so specifically, because you're a very spiritual, like I say, you're my mentor. You're a very spiritual, knowledgeable, wise man, and I could literally spend hours, and we have spent hours talking about life, but other than me, who are some of the people that you influence or have been working with lately, if you don't mind sharing a little bit?
I totally don't mind. Of course, it would be my honor. It's a tremendous opportunity for me to share with you some
the
of
opportunity is tremendous on my part. You see what you do?
I try and be humble, you know. I'm sure Salvation, the Rabbi would be very proud of me right now. I'm doing my best to stay humble. I could do a better job,
No,
but
you're doing fine.
No, so I thank God, Baruch Hashem, I'm doing a lot of work, in the community, doing a lot of outreach, trying to bring people back into the fold, trying to bring them, maybe people that went off the path, trying to bring them back into Judaism.
Yeah.
And some of the ones we're not thrilled at, I just let them, rest where they are, or maybe, I wouldn't say push them out or whatever. I just
maybe give them some time to develop and reflect and come back on their own.
Let them do their own thing. I've also been doing a lot of chaplaincy work. I've been officiating a lot of weddings, funerals.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's, in today's day and age, when two people love each other, they get set up. I'm sure you probably know it. You have a shidduch, a matchmaker, who says, okay, Ephraim, you're 21 now? What are you waiting for? It's time to get married, no? So have you been looking? Okay, you know what? I have a girl for you. Girl, you're probably 17, didn't finish, you're probably just finishing up high school, taking the regents and all that. So, I'm going to put the two of you together. You go out. 1-2 dates, nothing, and then you decide, if you're
it's
compatible.
Really, it's that quick. It's 1 or 2 dates.
Well, I wouldn't
relative.
say that's
it's a relative
quick.
term.
It's probably about average. What do Shagitzes do?
Shagits are notoriously. I don't want to say patient, but years. Sometimes they'll date the same people for years.
You go out with the same person for years?
Sometimes, yeah.
Years without getting married?
Yes.
No, come on.
Yes.
Come on.
See, this is what, you'll meet people that have been together for 5, 6, 7 years. And typically...
6, 7 years?
Yeah, I know. And then when you tell the people who have been together for 6, 7 years that there's a world where men and women date 1 or 2 times and then get married, they can't believe what they're hearing.
But you never, from the moment I met the girl, I knew she was. So where are you going to drag it out? 6, 7 years?
Yeah.
That gets expensive. Nuts?
Yeah. Well, I know I'm a Shagitz, but I'm also Italian, and Italians are a little quicker than most.
How long did you date before you?
A couple years, 2 years,
couple
maybe.
Years?
Yeah, but that's a short time.
Oh, that's
That's a short amount of time.
But
that's like a blip on the screen in my world.
2 years. That's. But when did you know she was one of the ones?
I knew as soon as I laid my eyes on her. It took her a little bit longer to think about it.
Yeah.
To her credit.
So you knew from the start. It sounds like.
Can I be honest with you, Rabbi?
I hope so.
This is emes. Is this emes?
This is
emes.
You look up the word emes.
Emes.
On Google, this is what
This is what we're doing here.
And Google, to a lot of my friends and fans that are listening, they don't know from Google, but Google is it's like it's on the internet. They have. It's like you type in what you're looking for, and you press. This is like so.
It's a search engine. It's an online search engine.
Well, you have to take a little time to explain this stuff. So it turns out I'm giving the Rashi now. So
Rashi.
It turns out that it's like a dictionary. You want to know what the word emes means, it'll pop up, truth, or a picture of TJ,
you see what you do? You see what you do?
Okay.
Come on,
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to create anti-Semitism now. I hope you don't hate me for saying that, but, that's
it's impossible to hate you, sir.
You are a humble human being.
Well, I'm going to be, I know, it's just, you see what he does? You do it. You turn the tables on me. I'm trying to share with the world your beautifulness. And you know what? Maybe the idea that you can't accept the compliment shows the people what it is about you that I love so much.
What's it a compliment? When I'm sitting in the same room, I'm in the presence of Kadosh, of holiness.
I can't.
You have a man that dedicates his life
You
to
see?
helping and furthering the lives of I won't even call them people, neshamas, their souls. He doesn't just look at people, just your viewers. These aren't viewers. You have millions of viewers watching.
Followers.
Followers. They're
see what he does?
neshamas. They're just crying out to be saved. They're so obsessed with their cell phones and their refrigerators and their microwave. They're so preoccupied. But you see right through it. You cut through it. Yeah, for someone, it's mind-boggling. My head's like a dreidel right now, spinning around.
And anybody else, I would have cut off and said, "Stop! You're being silly." But I know you mean it, and I can't do it because I have such respect and reverence for you, and I'm going to just say thank you. Okay? Okay, now, I'm going to say some emes.
Okay,
I'm going to share emes.
Please.
We talked about my wife.
Okay.
And the first time we saw each other.
Such an Ashes Kyle, such a woman of valor.
Thank
such
you. Yes, to deal with me, yes.
Such a woman of virtue.
Thank you.
Virtue.
Yes.
You picked a good one.
Well, I like to think that she picked me, you know? And honestly, the first time I saw her and when I knew she was for me, I don't know how this is, I'm being complete emes here.
Yes.
She was playing pinball and I saw her from behind, as it were.
That's not
and
snas.
I looked at her tuchus.
That's not snas.
That's okay?
Yeah, teach his own, you know.
But
for your people, as I guess that's what are you going to do? You know, it's you're like Mamish Behemoth. You're like Behemoth Gaza. It's like no self-control. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'd be shocked if you did. Like, what are you going to do? Someone's going to send you a resume and you're going to be like, oh, she's very outgoing, witty.
Oh, God.
You know, she likes to listen to Simcha music.
Emes, I'm in the spirit of emes. I had to share that with you.
So you saw her from
behind, and she had a beautiful.
I hope you saw her from the front also.
And then the front was amazing, and she's beautiful. But that was the first thing that attracted me to her. And when I saw her butt, tuchus, shaking while she played the pinball game, I said, "This is my wife."
It's so funny you say that. You know why?
Why?
Because that is exactly it. I was just talking to. I'm sure you know. I have a lot of Talmidim, and you know,
yes.
I
what is Talmidim?
Students, you know,
right.
and you know, I have a lot of.
I hope we're taking notes here.
Yeah,
Talmidim.
I have you know, Zukta Lab. Rabbanim and Rosh Yeshivas, the Waterbury community in Connecticut, we have a huge following. I do tremendous outreach, you know, a lot of Mispalalim and Mispalal, a lot of worshippers.
You guys writing this down?
Yeah, they sit and wait. They're thirsty for words of wisdom, which I do my best to try and provide for them. And
you do provide.
You shine a light. You are a beacon of light. What you do is you magnify, you extract, you bring the best out of me and everyone else that you're surrounded by your presence. You're like a beacon of light. You are like the shemen on the menorah that, you know, a small amount of oil.
I feel like I should crawl. I should crawl into the cushion.
You have a small drop, just like a speck, like a little nothing. You know, shake it. You have like a small drop of, and it lasts for 8. It's mind-boggling. So it turns out, getting back.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is emes. We should change the name of the show to emes.
I think we should.
So after 120 years, when you go up to Shemaim and do you wanna sit and learn with the avos, and do you wanna have like a makom with learning all the deep and secrets of the Torah and the Bible and the New Testament, well, not the New Testament, the Old Testament. So it turns, do you want to learn all that? Nah, I want to sit and watch BeTerrific with TJ Stone and his wonderful guest and lineup, and maybe, just maybe, Zeb Brenner will pop in and just, wish everyone would be matzliach. By the way, I have to, before I forget.
You are literally killing me right now.
In case I have to run out afterwards,
I
actually brought, I actually brought this.
I mean, I'm taking notes.
Oh, by the way, I don't know, I brought a little something for you.
Oh, this is unnecessary. Thank you very much. A little bit of seltzer. Thank you so much.
In case you guys want to make spritzers.
Do you guys want to make
Easter.
a spritzer later with this?
In case I have to run out afterwards,
Thank you so much, Rob. I'm going to keep this right here.
Okay, yeah.
As a proud...
It goes good with, like, if you put, like, a little grape juice in.
This is cold. You picked this up recently.
It was in my car. I told you, I keep all,
in the car. Now, this would be an item that you'd have to get rid of before...
No, this is not, it's not chametz.
It's
okay.
It's, is this...
It's healthy. It's vintage. It's,
but is it kosher or no? It's 100%. But it's for me.
Of course, yeah, it's for you and your Rabbi. You guys put pig in your mouth.
Yeah, well, no, not me specifically, but yeah. Okay. Actually, yeah, it's not true.
So,
I do, I guess, a little ham and cheese sandwich.
So, in case I have to run out, Zeb Brenner actually mentioned...
Yeah, you did, Zeb Brenner.
Yeah, so...
Now, can we tell the people who he is? I know people know, but it's his show.
It's being disrespectful to tell people, Zeb, what is Zeb? He's a gadol, he's a giant in this media world of, with radio stations.
Yes.
You may have heard him on 970 AM. Which like it's a fire. It has like almost like 500 watts of
power. Gigahertz broadcasting
all
power.
Over Spring Valley, you could get him.
Sure.
Parts of maybe even Sheepshead Bay, Manhattan Beach, all over the place. But in case I have to run out, he's going to Israel for Passover. So I have a pair of shoes which I need to give to my nephew who's in the mirror. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna leave this. So if you could give it to him.
Well, okay, no problem.
No, he's taking a package with him to Israel. I have my sister.
Do you want me to bring it to him, or you want me to?
No, he's like, floating around.
Oh, that's right, he's here, that's right.
Yeah, so if you could give it to him, just leave it.
Okay, now he knows what to do with them?
Yeah, it's for my nephew, he's learning.
Do you want to give it to him yourself, or you want me to do it?
No, in case I have to run out.
Okay.
I can't, get mixed up with,
no problem.
Having to talk to him.
I'm just going to leave it, unless you want this off camera.
No, it doesn't make a difference.
Distracting to you? Do you mind if I take a look at
Yeah, their shoes.
Because you said I'm not I want to see how the other half dresses.
Yeah, I don't think they fit you, but,
I don't want to, I'm not going to put them on.
They're very stoddy.
But this is fancy, see?
Yeah,
this is a little different than... I guess this is the type of stuff I should start to wear then, maybe.
They picked out what they wanted on, on the website, and we had it shipped to Amazon to
very nice.
the house. So it has to get to my nephew.
Okay, we'll just leave that right there.
And then only if he has space in the suitcase.
Yeah.
Heinz ketchup to take. It's a full bottle.
That's a full bottle of Heinz ketchup.
Actually, let me just double check to make.
Just make sure the seal is on there.
Yeah, it's a full bottle.
Why do you?
I thought it was full. No, because he's in yeshiva there. He's learning there for the year. He didn't come home for.
Is this a commodity?
Yeah, it's hard to get good ketchup. The ketchup in Israel is made. They have Heinz, but it's not like the same, like it's very watered down or just like very pasty.
So this is a big deal. When he sees this, the shoes and the ketchup.
Only if because in case he wants to put this on, in case you have like macaroni or you make wacky mac or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. We're Italians. We don't like ketchup on anything really. But
so these two, they're protected. I put them in a shopping bag. So if you could give it to him, or if he's not going, maybe he knows someone.
It'd be my honor.
So getting
back. But
you
see how you are. You see what I mean? You're very generous and you're very giving, and the idea that you have those in your bag, ready to go.
Yeah. So it
is incredible.
It turns out that what you were saying before, tremendous about your wife.
Oh, you like that?
Wonderful. Seeing her from behind. I'm trying not to picture that. It's not sneers. It's not modest.
Right. But you could, as a man, understand.
These eyes never actually looked at like they've seen women, and stuff like that. And by the way, women are such. They are such. I can't even tell you. Such. They're like people. Yeah. They're like us, they're like us.
Well, some would say they are people, right,
Rabbi? They have so much potential.
Yeah.
So much potential.
Interesting. That's an interesting...
They actually may even have more potential. And I'll tell you why. Because men, our minds are constantly thinking and planning and driving and stuff like that and figuring stuff out and dealing with complicated issues and how to solve things, and our minds are constantly racing and so we don't have time to work on ourselves and become pure. But women, they're dealing with
their own issues and motherhood.
They're preoccupied with stuff like that and figuring things out. But that gives them the ability to focus more on, you know, perfecting their inner selves. But then again, you as a human being, as a man, as
you
such
see what
a,
I mean?
Such a,
I don't know.
So getting back to it, but how you said you knew, and this is a tremendous muscle for everyone watching, a tremendous insight and words of inspiration and advice.
Okay.
This, and not for nothing, you should be charging people thousands, if not hundreds of dollars for this type of, you know, not for nothing. If you're at home and you have leftover mice or money or whatever you want to send, no one's gonna complain. So it turns so it turns out what you're saying, how you notice from behind for your wife just by looking, not even like having a conversation with her, not even getting to know her, not even realizing what her personality, but your ability just to focus on what's really important. So it turns out that reminds me, you know, it's in Sefer Bereshis, you know, Parshas Lach Lecha, where
I don't know what that means, but go ahead.
It's the New Testament.
Okay.
No, actually the Old Testament, the correct one.
Right,
so it turns out that there's a story where Abram wants to find Abraham. You remember Abraham, right?
Sure.
Of course. So he wants to find a wife for his son. So how does he? You're the leader of the.
No.
How do you pick a wife for your son, who's going to be one of the leaders of the Jewish people? How the importance of it, it's mind blowing. So it turns out what happens. He says to Eliezer, his servant, you know, Eliezer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you could Google and we said
Google this.
or go on the AOL, whatever. So it turns out he tells Eliezer how you'll be able. He sends Eliezer from the tent, and he's Abraham. You're one of the others.
Choosing a wife.
Yeah, may his neshama have Aliyah. So it turns out that he tells Eliezer, this is how you'll be able to tell, you know, who's the. He didn't say look at her from behind, but similar. He said, you know what he said? He said when the women go to the well, they're gonna go get water.
Right.
You know, water. You know, he asks her for water. Eliezer will tell her, could you go fetch me some water? You know, because that's, you know, women do that type of stuff. So it turns out you go get the water. And not only does he bring water, not only does Rebecca, not only does she bring water for Eliezer, you know what else she does?
What?
What do you think she does? I'm going to tell you what she does.
Please.
I'm going to tell you. She doesn't just bring for Ellie. What is she?
She brings for the father. She
brings for the camels also because the camels were thirsty. She has such a, because she can't be preoccupied with, so that is what you are. You see, you have that tremendous kindness, that wisdom.
Thank you.
You were born with it. It is not something you could acquire. Yes, you work at it. You don't stop working at it. But what you do, the way you just, I wish I could be a.
Can I just respectfully, I don't want to say disagree, but try to dissuade you a little bit from this.
Talk to me.
This idea of my holiness and my way of living being in the same realm as yours. It's not, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well.
And I'm going to take it as a compliment, but I want to talk about you
sure,
a little bit.
It's okay.
Thank you.
My
Please do.
From it getting dried out.
Some of the people
by the way,
are laughing. I don't know why. Why would you be laughing at that? I have no idea.
You think there's anything funny in the world?
I don't.
With all that's
no,
going
I just
on
think
in the world?
I just think that they know me and they're thinking like, you know, where does this rabbi come from and how is TJ so close to him? And now they're getting to see the real me, and I appreciate your kind words.
How many square feet is this?
This particular room is probably around 800 square feet.
You rent or you own?
We own this place. Okay. And then we're taking over the bottom as well. We're doing we're building studios downstairs, and that was what the production meeting was about.
Okay,
we are working closely with a lot of people to bring content to Twitch TV, to Apple TV, Roku, and recently, as recent as maybe today, hopefully,
Yeah.
Through the grace of God, how would you say that?
Yeah, through the B'siyata D'Shmaya, with the help of heaven. Yeah. Well, you know what, Gamza Latova, everything happens for the best.
Gamza Latova.
You can't predict, you're seeing, it's hard to make a distinction, oh, is this good or is this bad? There's a master plan, a big picture, so everything happens for a reason.
Right.
And, you should be matzliach. You should have tremendous mazel, lots of hatzlach. And the best mazel is just being a good person, being an Eved Hashem, trying to work on yourself constantly, just
which is what you do, Rabbi.
That's
what you do.
That's why we're here.
That's what you do. Look, you don't want to take the compliment.
Why
don't you just take the compliment?
Why are we here? Why were we? What is the purpose of being? I cry. Tell me. The answer is to just work on ourselves and try and be good to one another. Get close with our Creator and fellow man.
That's the idea. We're very positive here at BeTerrific. We have a lot of positive programming. We're trying to influence the world through positive programming and content and positivity.
Yeah.
And so we're taking over the downstairs area. We're making studios. I think you've seen it before, and we're striking some deals now with some larger corporations like Cumulus and Westwood One, and to bring audio content. And I want to offer you, and I think you know this, but live right now in real life, IRL in real life. I want to let you know that you and anyone from your congregation or your family or any of your friends that you want to bring on, not only to my show or Mike Arts' show or any of the shows we have, but perhaps your own show, that you can do a live or not live, taped audio, video broadcast of anything you want to do on our channel, and it's on us, and whatever you feel like doing, the show, the stage would be yours, and for however long you want to do it, the show is yours, and it's.
I can't even begin to tell you what that means.
Oh, see, but that's not why I said that. But I want you to have the show.
Have the show. Let me tell you something. I apologize. I have to say what needs to be said. If it's not said, if not now, when? You know what Hillel said, right? Pirkei Avos, right?
No.
So if not now, when? So it turns out that what you say, it is such a tremendous opportunity. It's such a miracle. Like, what did I do? Am I using up all my sky? Am I using up all my all that I gained in the afterworld and taking it here down on earth right now? Am I, like, will I even have anything left upstairs after I'm done with such a great offer and opportunity you just gave me? But let me tell you something. I have to say this. I have a partner.
Okay.
I have a partner.
Very good.
Do you know who my partner is?
I don't.
Do you want to know who he is?
I think I would love to.
I'm going to tell you
Thank
who
you.
he is. My partner. Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
I think so.
Who do you think it is? You're wrong. I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
My partner is Hashem, the Borei Olam, the creator of everything, the master of the universe, who has a plan for each and every one of us.
That's your partner.
And he does not put us down. We are not here by accident. We all are here to serve a purpose. And you know what my purpose is? My purpose is to build wonderful content and build an olam, build something out of nothing. Build a world, something. You take nothing, which is, you take nothing and you build something. You create it. It's and you know what? It's like life. It's the circle of life. We start off with nothing but like a seam, like a little nothing, and then we grow and we build, and then we we fresh and become like zaftig, whatever, and let ourselves go. But then we go back to our creator and we're back the dust of the earth. So it's like a cycle. But to be here, to have an invitation to work with you and work with me, it's like such an honor. How could you, how does that happen? What did I do to deserve,
What didn't you do? You did everything.
You don't just get offered that by not working and plugging away.
Yeah.
This is a culmination of all my efforts and work, and it's like just mixed into, and it's such a.
The stage is yours whenever you want it, Rabbi.
Oh my gosh,
Rabbi,
it is. I can't even tell you.
You got the thing with the nose again?
My allergies are
so keep that in mind. You can do that. I want to tell people about our friend Ethan Hirschenfeld.
Ethan Hershey, is he a Yid?
He's completely, yes, a Yid.
Did he sell his chametz yet?
He's doing,
I have an extra star here.
No, you could. He's a comedian and an actor and a brilliant guy.
Do you know about comedians have a special place in Shemayim in heaven?
That's right.
Because why? Because when Eliyahu Navi went to the market, then they asked who here, who amongst everyone is gonna, just get right straight in, update, and who do you think he said?
The comedians,
the jugglers, the bottom. Well, not all comedians. Like Amy Schumer, there's like a separate place for her. But it turns out it's not just because she's a woman.
Right. Of course not.
No, but she won't be along all these other, But it turns so. This is godless. This is
Ethan.
okay,
but this is good though, no? To talk about Ethan a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
just quickly.
Okay, beautiful.
To tell people that he's on April 4th. He's going to be on Caroline's on Broadway. The tickets are $10. He said the promo code is Trump. Oh. It's only $10 with a promo code Trump. He said, just come and see a fantastic show in the Premier Comedy Room in New York City. Go to Caroline's website. They have an incredible lineup there. Or email Ethan. He's doing a one-man show, a comedy show, at Caroline's Comedy Club. Email him directly, which is ehbass @gmail.com for free tickets. He'll give you free tickets if you email him, and he's starting on April 4th. So how about that?
My head just exploded.
Ethan Hirschenfeld is,
and you said
is obviously part of the community. Yeah. And I told him you were going to be on today because he texted me.
Caroline's Comedy. It's such a makom cut. It's such a beautiful club.
Nice
beautiful.
Club. Yes.
When I walk into Caroline's, I hope it's okay. I don't want to.
No, but Ethan's there on April 4th.
When I walk into, it does not matter what day of the week. I don't go on Shabbos, but from Friday sundown to Saturday, an hour after Shkia.
Sure.
When I walk into Caroline's, I am in a place where it's kadosh, it's holiness. It's like walking into the
Why
temple.
is that?
You're because you have people that get up on stage and they give their parsha, they tell over the sicha jokes, right?
Yes.
So they tell over funny stories, things that happen to them, and they do it in such a way that people laugh, and when they laugh, it's like you're curing them.
Holy.
They're doctors. They're doctors of the soul. Just like how you fix the souls of every human being you come in contact with. You do not stop. So that's what it's like with these comedians. And you are by no means anyone would ever even confuse you for being a comedian.
Right.
Not even in my wildest dreams. You are nothing. But these comedians that go up on these stages over there and they tell over their stories and they give over their outlooks and their divrei Torah and chizuk and their outlook on life and how things should be and how things affect them and how they connect the dots for it.
Sure.
What they know, so few people, and that is exactly why it's such a muckam. Because where else could you go? You can't go.
It's hard. There's a lot of places.
You go to Evergreen and Muncie. You're going it's a supermarket. But that place is kadosh. That is a holy place where people get up and they tell their jokes and they bring people closer to God, to our Creator. Preferably our Creator, but they bring them closer. They bring them closer. One step closer.
You got a little bit of a comedy streak in you. I could see you being funny. I did some stand-up too.
You did?
Yeah, but we'll talk about it later. It's not important.
But I always knew that about you. Yeah. You had something there, and you.
If I would have developed it, maybe,
tease it out.
Can you please tell me a little bit of what you're up to? Do you have anything going on around the holidays or that people should know about?
Yes.
Because maybe we'll start wrapping it up here in about 5 minutes or so, or whatever.
Well, you have to mincha, so...
yeah, well, you know, we do have the meeting.
Yeah.
We want to do the prayer with you.
Okay.
And if you can...
Yeah, so
I don't know if there's a website or if that even exists. If, you know. Whatever. I don't know.
Most of my followers, they don't know. Their phones don't. It's just like maybe WhatsApp, texting, and.
But you know what, Rabbi? A lot of new people are watching that aren't necessarily part of the following.
So you could look for Mike Fine on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, I hope I'm not putting chayrim for
No,
this. You
not
know, we're
at all.
excommunicated
No,
for this.
no,
you know,
no.
it's
not at all.
I don't have children, but I don't want my children having trouble getting a shidduch one day. You know, because I don't know how they'll look from behind. So it turns out that you can find me on Mike Fine on the Instagram, and if you go on YouTube, just type in Mike Fine, and you could hear a lot of inspiring words and words that could bring you closer to God, or maybe even push you away. But my intentions are pure.
They sure are.
Yeah, we want to bring them in, and I hope. With God's help, B'siyata D'Shmaya, and you said it before, it's not just a Miami Boys Choir song. It is it is something that I'm very cognizant of, and realize that we have a Creator and we're here to do His will, and with His help, anything's possible. Am I right? Is anything possible when you have?
Everything is possible. The idea that you showed up today and we had this beautiful opportunity to sit down and talk on my show, unannounced, and you were so humble and gracious to do it. It proves to me that anything's possible if God would give a schmuck like me an opportunity like this.
You are not a schmuck. I don't know why you talk about yourself. You promise you're talking Lashon Hara. You're over 33 years, sir. You cannot. But then again,
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're a shegit, so it's
I know.
You're judged differently.
Yeah.
But it turns out you are. Don't think of yourself like that. You are one of the good ones.
Thank you.
You are one of the good ones.
And you are one of the best ones.
One of the.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
you know what? I'm gonna write that down. I keep a
You're one
pad.
of the best ones. Please write that down.
1 second.
All right.
What's today's date?
It might be the 27th. It says 27th.
No. What is it? No, I have a pocket.
March 27th.
I have a Hebrew calendar. I'm gonna write
Hebrew
that.
calendar.
It is. What is it? Are we in?
All right.
1 second. Today's the
27th.
Oh,
it's March.
It's
27th.
the 5th of Nisan.
Who?
No, it's the 11th of Nisan. Well, it's Yud Aleph Nisan. What?
Oh,
Yeah, my head's a
how do you say it?
now. Yud Aleph Nisan.
Yud Aleph Nisan.
Nisan. Nisan's the month. It's not just a shtari car
If
that
I made
you get when
a silly joke about a car,
your
something
father
I can
has
do there.
guilt. Okay,
so he's going to write that down. I
Yeah.
want to say thanks again to Rabbi Mike Fine for this incredible opportunity
You need a pen?
and taking thank you.
Okay.
Taking the time to sit and talk with us in this incredibly impromptu episode of TJ Stone's Media Circus. I want to say, please Google Rabbi Mike Fine, and you will open up a new world of enlightenment and spirituality that I don't think you're really used to, and it's going to be something positive and wonderful in your life. So, with that in mind, thank you, Rabbi.
I just want to say, before you even begin to Google me, please do me a favor. If you enjoy this today, please do me a favor. Better yet, don't do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. I want you to do yourself a favor. Before you Google Mike Fine or go look for him on the YouTube, do me a favor. Actually, do yourself a favor. Type in TJ Stone.
Oh.
Go on Google. Go to the corner store. Ask people, who's TJ Stone? Go on Google. And you want to know something? You will spend the next 10 hours looking everywhere on the internet, and you'll see tremendous stories of inspiring how he changed people's lives, how he saved their lives. You will, it's such my head's hurting. You look up TJ Stone, follow him, and hopefully he'll Mirza Hashem will have me back again sometime in the near or distant future.
With all due respect, everything he just said is really is really Rabbi Mike Fine times 1,000. Okay. With that in mind, and to ensure that he doesn't embarrass me one more time, I'm going to sign off now, saying thank you, Rabbi Mike Fine, and be terrific.